Welcome today in continuity of the previous session elaboration about the aim of the present institution being to settle the syllabus of Vedic mathematics as a mainstream discipline of instructions in schools, colleges, and universities. I am in this session enlisting wholesome formulations. By wholesome formulations, I mean the formulations which are complete, which are exhaustive. The need is to glimpse and imbibe the values, features of this range of formulations, as this range of formulations is having exhaustive coverage from soul, syllable, O to Par-Brahm, the transcendental universe. The Vedic mathematics is an ancient discipline of knowledge, and this discipline of knowledge is presided by Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha is a member of a transcendental family of Lord Shiva. The Lord Ganesha is symbol of the transition and transformation from mundane creative entities to their transformation into transcendental values of format. Lord Ganesha, in his original birth, is having a head and body of the same format. However, being a son of a transcendental family, he has the privilege to have transition and transformation from his mundane head to transcendental head. As such, the mathematical domain of the formulae of creation, of the format of Creator, the Supreme Lord Brahma, are fulfilled with potentialities of the transcendental domain. It is this feature of transition and transformation of the potentialities of the format and features of creations of the creative format of the creators of space presided by Lord Brahma to that of the transcendental grace for Lord Brahma to multiply as 10 Brahmas for existence within a transcendental domain. And it is this reach along the creative format up till the transcendental domain, which is the ultimate subject matter of glimpse and imbibing of these sadhakas. As such, in this session, I am enlisting the following set of wholesome formulations as the basic set of formulations in terms of which there is going to be exhaustive coverage of the entire mathematical domain, beginning with soul syllable Om and having a reach up till Par-Brahm. These are 10 phases and stages, and these may be taken as synonyms of soul syllable Om, or in other words, these may be taken as the inner folds of the soul syllable Om. These 10 inner folds of soul syllable Om as Om, Paranava, Om, Omkar, Udgit, Vashatkar, Saptabhumi, Ashtprakriti, Navbrahm, and Parbrahm are 10 distinct phases and stages of this transcendental reach from the seat of origin of creator space up till the creative boundary of the transcendental domain. Therefore, while we will be sitting to glimpse and imbibe format features of these formulations, we will be blissfully reaching at the settlement of the syllabi of the Vedic mathematics as a mainstream discipline of instructions for schools, colleges, and universities. Therefore, the first enlistment as wholesome formulations of synonyms of Om, of inner folds of Om, as Om, Paranava, Om, Omkar, Udgit, Vashatkar, Saptabhumi, Ashtprakriti, Navbrahm, and Parbrahm be taken as 10 distinct phases and stages of this transcendental domain. Subsequently, when we will be face to face with the format, features, and values of these 10 phases, we will be having a reach at the geometric formats of 1 space to 10 space as manifestations within creators of space as hypercubes 1 to hypercube 10. Therefore, the syllabi of Vedic mathematics is to consider and to avail this first set of wholesome formulations. The second range of formulations in the sequence are the letters of Devnagri alphabet itself. Devnagri alphabet is a settled, manifested format. Its letters are of creative format. Its letters are of potentialities for transition and transformation for their creative formats into transcendental domains. Therefore, the second set of wholesome formulations to be availed, to be glimpsed, to be imbibed, to be considered, to be evaluated, to be appreciated, and to be availed and exploited are the letters of Devanagari alphabet. The letters of the Devanagari alphabet individually as well as collectively are to contribute to the syllabi, the learning process, as well as the process to commute, to mutate, to organize these individual letters into formulations is going to be of the format, features, and natures of mathematical formulae. The word formulations availing letters of Devanagari alphabet is going to be the basic reservoir of the formulae of Vedic mathematics. The third set of wholesome formulations is the Gyatri mantra. Gyatri mantra is wholesome formulation as much as that it is a complete format in itself. It exhausts the existence of phenomenon of solar universe. It is parallel with the entire transition domain from the center, from the origin of the creators of space to the creative boundary of the transcendental domain, and even beyond, with the strip off the creative components from the transcendental domain as the creators creating the outside space, the space outside the transcendental domain as a self-referral domain of our solar universe and as a format of the sun itself, and a step ahead as being of virtues of the Brahman domain itself. Therefore, this wholesome mantra is to be fully glimpsed, to be fully imbibed, to be fully availed while settling the syllabi of Vedic mathematics as a mainstream discipline of knowledge and instructions for schools, colleges, and universities. The next wholesome domain is the Saraswati mantras. There are as many as 10 Saraswati mantras. As we have initially observed that the organization of the existence phenomenon of our solar universe is of a reach from the center of the creator's space up till the creative boundary of the transcendental domain. The creative boundary of the transcendental domain is a composition of 10 creative components. There are 10 Saraswati mantras. Saraswati is the transcendental goddess consort of the Creator, the Supreme. Lord Brahma and Goddess Saraswati together are making the existence of format within solar universe as being of transcendental format and features. Therefore, the syllabi of Vedic mathematics as a mainstream discipline of instructions in schools, colleges, and university is to avail simultaneously together in an integrated format of the creator's space as a domain and creator's space as a creative boundary of the transcendental domain. This reach and this role of the creator's space as creative boundary of 10 components of transcendental domain is going to be of the format, features, and values of the creative boundary of 10 components, with two parallel to which are the format, features, and values of these 10 Saraswati mantras. And further, the wholesome formulations to be availed by us are 14 Maheshwara Sutras. These 14 Maheshwara Sutras are of the format, features, and values parallel to the self-referral boundary of 14 components of unity state. 7th space is the unity state. 6th space, the role of boundary of 7th space is a self-referral boundary. 7th space has a self-referral boundary of 14 components. The format, features, and values of self-referral boundary of 14 components of unity state are parallel with the format, features, and values of 14 Maheshwara Sutras. As such, sadhakas fulfilled with the intensity of urge to be parallel with the existence phenomenon of our solar universe is to glimpse and imbibe the format, features, and values of Maheshwara Sutras. Therefore, while we will be considering for settlement of the syllabi of the Vedic mathematics as mainstream discipline of instructions for schools, colleges, and universities, we shall be considering these wholesome formulations, that is 14 Maheshwara Sutras as well. It is in this background that ultimately we shall be considering the Ganita Sutras. These are 16 in number. There are 16 sutras and there are 13 Upsutras. 16 plus 13 is equal to 29. It is parallel to the transcendental code value of formulation Brahma. Therefore, Lord Brahma, Creator the Supreme, the presiding deity of the Creator of the space, is unfolding himself. The idol of Lord Brahma unfolds itself as format, features, and values of number value 29, and these format, features, and values of number 29 are permitting chase, exhaustive chase in terms of format, features, and values of 16 Ganita Sutras and 13 Ganita Sutra. Therefore, when ultimately these 16 sutras and 13 Upsutras have to become the text of Vedic mathematics, a mainstream discipline of knowledge and instructions at schools, colleges, universities, then naturally, ultimately, we will be left with the text of Ganita Sutras, Ganita Sutras only. However, as we have seen that at the background of this text of Ganita Sutras and Sutras are the wholesome formulations. In the light of the format, features, and virtues of the wholesome formulations, these Ganita Sutras will become the text of the Vedic mathematics. It is in this background of wholesome formulations and the text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras at next step, which in fact is going to be the first step of the Vedic mathematics instructions, and the same is going to be as the transcendental designation names of Maharishi Brahm, Maharishi Vyas, and all other gods, goddesses. Therefore, we shall be considering these wholesome formulations as the background foundation of the Ganita Sutras, and upon this foundation we shall be laying down superstructures of Vedic knowledge domain, and this knowledge domain stands organized by Maharishi Vyas. Therefore, from next session, we shall be focusing upon the Maharishi Vyas organization of Vedic knowledge. And before that, we have to be face to face with the 28 names of Maharishi Vyas himself. These 28 names of Maharishi Vyas are the transcendental designations, transcendental formulations, and as such, the determination, classification, and compartmentalization, etc., of the Vedic mathematics syllabi is to be as per the organization, format, features of these 28 names of Maharishi Vyas. Beginning with these transcendental names, sequentially we shall be reaching at the transcendental designations names of Lord Ganesha, and then of the transcendental Lord Shiva himself, and also at the transcendental designation names of Lord Vishnu. This way we shall be having compilation of the foundational material with whose consideration we will undertake the exercise of settlement of the text of Vedic mathematics as a mainstream discipline of instructions in schools, colleges, and universities. Thank you very much.